Something is happening in the far north. The United States is refocusing its military gaze on Alaska, a place once seen as a remote, frozen wilderness. For decades, Alaska was a strategic backwater. Now it's becoming one of America's most critical defense frontiers. The Pentagon is moving troops, advanced fighter jets, and sophisticated defense systems to the state, transforming it into a hub of modern military power. This isn't just about more soldiers in the cold, it's a fundamental strategic shift. The U.S. military now sees the Arctic as the next major theater of global competition. Alaska, America's only Arctic state, is at the epicenter of this change. What happens here has direct implications for national security, global trade, and the balance of power with Russia and China. The era of viewing Alaska as a distant outpost is over. The state is now a platform for projecting power, a shield for defending the homeland, and a laboratory for future warfare. Alaska is the new front line, and the stakes have never been higher. Alaska's strategic value starts with its geography. From its bases, U.S. military aircraft can reach any point in the northern hemisphere within hours. This proximity to Asia and Europe makes Alaska a vital staging ground for rapid response. But climate change is transforming the region. The Arctic is warming nearly 4 times faster than the rest of the planet. Melting ice is opening new sea lanes, like the Northern Sea Route and Northwest Passage, slashing shipping times between Asia and Europe. Whoever controls these waterways will wield immense economic and strategic power. The Arctic also holds vast untapped resources, oil, gas, and rare earth minerals. As the ice retreats, competition for these riches is intensifying. Alaska is no longer just a defensive outpost, it's a gateway to the Arctic's new opportunities and challenges. The U.S. must operate freely here, protect its interests, and keep international waters open. The military's mission is expanding to meet this new reality. The Arctic is now a busy, contested, and critically important ocean. The Arctic's growing importance hasn't gone unnoticed by America's rivals. Russia, with the world's longest Arctic coastline, is rebuilding bases, deploying advanced air defenses and launching nuclear icebreakers. Moscow sees the Northern Sea Route as a vital national waterway. Meanwhile, China, calling itself a near-Arctic state, is investing in research, building icebreakers, and partnering with Russia on energy projects. China's Polar Silk Road aims to integrate Arctic shipping into its global trade network. U.S. officials worry that economic presence could lead to military ambitions. In response, the U.S. is stationing F-35 and F-22 fighter jets in Alaska, giving it unmatched air dominance. The Navy and Coast Guard are increasing patrols, and the Army is sharpening its cold-weather warfare skills. Alaska's radar and missile defense systems serve as America's first line against long-range threats. Every move is calculated to counter Russian and Chinese influence. The U.S. is reasserting itself as an Arctic power. The message: America will defend its sovereignty. The Arctic is no longer a frontier up for grabs. Operating in the Arctic is a test like no other. The U.S. Army's Arctic Angels train to fight and survive in brutal cold, mastering skills from skiing to operating specialized vehicles. Standard gear fails here, so the military is investing in new cold-weather technology. Vehicles, shelters, and clothing built for the extreme. Even weapons are adapted for the cold. Bases are being upgraded with heated hangars, reinforced runways, and improved housing. Missile defense is a top priority, with next-generation radars providing early warning of threats. Alaska's location is ideal for tracking satellites and monitoring space activity. The Space Force operates key facilities here, while cyber defenses are being hardened. Arctic dominance now means mastering land, sea, air, space, and cyberspace. The U.S. is preparing for any challenge the Arctic can throw at it. In Alaska, the future of warfare is being forged. The U.S. can't secure the Arctic alone. Joint exercises in Alaska bring together allies like Canada, Norway, and the UK to train for Arctic operations. These drills send a clear message: democratic nations are united in defending the region. The U.S. also works with allies through forums like the Arctic Council, sharing intelligence and coordinating defense. NORAD, the U.S.-Canada Air Defense Alliance, is more vital than ever. At home, the military partners with Alaska's indigenous communities, who offer invaluable knowledge of the land and environment. Their insights help shape military operations and minimize environmental impact. Building trust with local communities is essential for long-term success. Military investment drives Alaska's economy, but also brings challenges, balancing security with environmental stewardship. The Department of Defense is working to protect both the state's people and its fragile ecosystem. The goal, a military presence that strengthens, not harms, the communities it serves. In the Arctic, partnership is power. Alaska is no longer a remote outpost, it's central to America's defense. The buildup here is a long-term commitment, not a temporary measure. By stationing advanced jets, upgrading missile defenses, and training Arctic warriors, the U.S. is sending a clear signal to rivals. The Arctic is not a lawless frontier. American interests will be defended. A strong military presence deters aggression and promotes stability. The challenges are immense: harsh climate, isolation, and logistical hurdles. Success will require innovation, investment, and commitment. As the Arctic opens, Alaska's role will only grow. The state is America's platform for monitoring and responding to new threats. In the 21st century, securing America runs through the Great Land.